Hi, welcome to howtopam. Today we're going to discuss how you can update Libreoffice, your Office package that comes standard in Linux Ubuntu distributions. Recently, Libreoffice has released version 5 and above, and it has much nicer graphics, user interface, a graphical user interface for those of you who would appreciate that. This is a standard Ubuntu Studio 32-bit version, and let's just see what we've got for Office in here. Let's go to the Libreoffice, and let's go to About Libreoffice, and you can see this standard version that came with Ubuntu 14.04 is version 2 or 4.2.8.0. Okay, so that's an older version. So let's just close this here and let's see what's available online for the new LibreOffice. If we go here to LibreOffice.org, we can see that they're celebrating the release of version 5. If we go to the Download Now button, we will see that not only version 5 is available for download, but at this time there's 5.0.2. It automatically detected my operating system, which is Linux 32-bit by 86 here, and the deb package to install. If I wish to have a different package for a different Linux distribution, I can change that by clicking here. This here download is fairly large. It's 214 megabytes. And then there is a set of help files that you can also download and install if you think you need help with LibreOffice. If you'd like to choose different alternative downloads, they are available here. However, these source code releases will require some compiling usually. And here is the operating systems that LibreOffice is available for. And here are the releases: 4.4.5 and 4.5.0. So there is another release here that's available. The standard release right now is 5.02, and there is a release here that is a little bit, has been tested and is a little more stable, but it's a little smaller file and you don't get all the newest tools. And then there's a release here, LibreOffice Fresh, which is the least tested, but it's still stable, and it'll be a little bigger file because it includes some of the most very recent tools. So what you're going to have to do first is download this particular LibreOffice version by clicking on likely this button here and taking the standard distribution. If you're a little concerned, you can take this distribution, or if you don't mind playing around a little bit, you can take the latest release. Okay, so just click on the release. If you wish to go to the fresh release, you'll see again it's here. Basically this is the same release that we just had. If you want to go to the still, now you can see it's a little smaller release because it doesn't have the most updated versions. So click on the desired download you want. Make sure that it's the one for the operating system that you're using. This operating system is Ubuntu x86 32-bit, so we're going to be okay. This older version, the more stable version, is not 5.0, it's 4.4. We don't want that one. We're going to go back to the freshest version. There we go, 5.02. And we're going to take that version right there. Okay? So we're satisfied this is the operating system. We're going to click on this and take this and download it. Okay. Once your download is complete, we're going to have to remove the old Libreoffice that you have installed. As you can see, if you remember, we were in the office and we have Libreoffice in here, but we must remove this first before we can install the new installation. Let's just go and check their downloads file and see if we in fact received there we are, LibreOffice 5.02. So we do have it there, okay? So now, in order to remove the old LibreOffice, we're going to have to press the Control-Alt and T key on our keyboard and bring up our terminal window. If your keys are not set to work, you can always go here and bring up your terminal here, okay? Or push Control-Alt-T key and bring it up. Now, we're going to have to log in as temporary root, which will be sudo, and we're going to run the app get command, and we're going to tell it to remove, and we'll use the purge switch. Remove command will remove the application, LibreOffice, but not clean up any of the configuration files and stuff. By using the purge switch, we can have a deep clean done of the LibreOffice application and remove all the configuration files and everything. So we'll run sudo apt-get remove plus the purge switch, and that will be for LibreOffice core. Okay. Forgot an E there. LibreOffice core. We should be able to press the enter key, give our password. It's going to remove. We'll tell it to go ahead and do that with pushing the Y for yes. And it's removing all the files. See the files here, LibreOffice there. It's completed. Okay. Now that we've done that, we can exit this for a moment. Exit the terminal window. And let's go into our file, into our downloads where we downloaded LibreOffice, right here, and let's right mouse click on that, and it says open with the archive manager, and let's click on that. There we go. Now we'd like to extract that before we can use it. So let's extract that. And let's extract it right there in the downloads folder. That'll be fine. Okay, we'll extract that folder into the downloads folder. It's completed successfully. Let's close that. It's called Libreoffice. So let's go and have a look here. There it is right there. It's extracted right there. So leave that open for a minute, because we're going to have to change to that directory. So again, let's pull up by pushing the Control-Alt-Delete key, or sorry, Control-Alt-T key, and let's bring up. Now we want to change our terminal into, we have to change our terminal directory so that we're inside this folder. Now one way to do that is to write change directory and then type downloads, which will put us into the downloads folder here. Okay, and then we could type this file name and we would be inside that. So because we're in the downloads here, we're in home. From the root, we're home Pamela downloads, and we need to get inside of this one. So we could type all that out, starting here with downloads and then this, which would be this address. We could type that, or we actually want to be inside the debs. Okay, so we're going to go into this here. We don't need to worry about the readmes. We're going to go inside the deb files folder. Okay, so that's where we want to end up with our terminal window. So we can actually just copy this. Okay, let's just highlight that much of it. Let's copy that much of it. Let's take out what I wrote downloads, and let's put change directory, and let's paste to here. Okay, let's go to downloads, LibreOffice deb files. Okay, and let's push enter. And there we are. We're inside there. Just to check and see that we're inside there, let's type the ls command to list what's in there. And you see we get a list of all of these deb files, these ones here. Okay, so now that you know that your terminal window is inside this folder here, we can close that out. Okay, we're inside the right folder. We found out through the list, the ls command, that all the files are there. So now we are going to tell it to install those deb files. In here, we want to type this command: sudo d pack switch I aristocrat.deb. Okay, sudo tells us that we're temporary root user. dpack stands for unpack the deb packages, and install, the switch I means install all deb packages. Okay, so let's press enter on that, and you can see the installation, unpack and installation is beginning. Okay, it's unpacking and installing. I'm going to let that run its course. That was complete. Now Now there's no need to reboot. We can use LibreOffice 5 right away, immediately. However, rebooting actually allows the system to pick up any library files that might not be available to be registered except on reboot. So let's change directory back to our place of start, and let's exit the terminal window. Now let's go and see what we have here. Let's go to Office on this Ubuntu system. Oh, and look here. Now we've got all the LibreOffice files: the base, the calculate, the draw, the math, the image, the writer. Let's just click on this, and oh, there we go. A new start image here. And everything is open right up here. Welcome to LibreOffice. It's a new user interface. Much better, more crisp graphics. Looks like some new toolbar layout. It looks fairly fancy. Okay, so there you have it. You have the installation of the new updated LibreOffice on your Ubuntu operating system. Thanks for watching howtopam tutorials.